Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and I am continuing my Dragon Eclipse series. Last time, we gathered a bunch of information on basically the visions that we were getting. And I got a new pet that's going to be coming in handy, I think. And did not get robbed. That was nice. That was very nice of that robber to not rob me. So I have all my stuff. But yeah, and then before doing all this, I was actually looking at like the Z encounters that you do before you pick a scenario. And from what I have gathered, it's essentially, it is ways to do more stuff. Like for example, the cave I went into in episode 2. You can go back in there, but you have to have the secret exit status, which I don't have. Otherwise, all the other ones might be just some flavor text and ways for you to spend your essence if you missed out on, like, taming someone. And so you don't have to randomly come across them again in a random encounter to do it. You could just spend essence to be able to do that. I didn't want to, so I picked a scenario, and I wanted to continue going after the Fae, because that is what intrigues me the most right now. So, yeah, I chose letter F, Fire and Snow. So let's jump into that. Boom.
So, what have you gathered so far? Your reality has been visited by a host of creatures calling themselves the Fae. You've already met one of them, a perseverant woman named Skuld. The bits of information found in their camp tell you that the Fae knew about the opening of the portal. So, do they also know how to close it? Besides, the Fae may know the answers to many other troubling questions. There is a chance that they know more about Dragon Guardians, which is increasingly important to you. Since the meeting with the legendary beast, you have been disturbed by nightmares at night and plagued by headaches throughout the day. You start suspecting that you carry an alien being inside your mind. However, you're aware that the Fae may have a different opinion on the dragons, and they may be seeping poison into your ears. Another question is, what exactly has drawn the Fae to your reality? Why have they returned? Do they really want to help people? Or was Skuld manipulating the truth? And what exactly is this liberation thing that is so important to them? It is high time you set off. You have learned that you need to head southeast, and the way will take you to the snow-covered mountain ranges. You have read that some mountaintops tend to spit fire like gigantic frog piles. What wouldn't you give to avoid that?
Yeah, they spit fire. So, combat a powerful and resilient but slow fire enemy. A fire Mystling will be useful when choosing Mystlings. Pay attention to your quest cards. I'm assuming that they mean like the combat quest, so maybe this is where I get the Ember status for my young Emberling. So that's kind of interesting. And yeah, so I chose my two Mystlings. I chose my young Emberling is probably always going to come with me. I really just can't fathom not bringing him. I don't even have a name for it. It's Flameber. That's it, Flameber, like Ember and Flame. I'm super creative. And then I got my Furwing, which I just realized is a combination of fur and wings. So, I could work for Awakened Realms. Then I go script F15. Whoop, whoop, boom. Continue. Start the scenario, F15.
You are about to enter the mountains when you hear the crunch and rattle of sliding stones. You look around to figure out what has happened.
Ooh, there's some art. So, by the time this comes up, it's always funny to do a series like this because I obviously record in bulk when I can. But by the time this comes out, the first Berserker, Khan, I think is what it's called. Something, there's like a long time, but the first Berserker has been released. And I played the demo for that twice. And the whole beginning is in like these snow-covered mountains, and I just love that setting. It is my favorite setting to go to in like video games, just because like in Black Myth Wukong, I think all of chapter 3 is in the mountains, and I just love it. Anyway, so that was the art, which does not show. Maybe that's why my fire Mystling is going to be super helpful. Okay, so yeah, F15. Figure out what happened. So there is a test that I have to do, which is I do have a fire icon. Now I need to double check something. I don't think I have to discard that to use it. I think I just have to have it. It's the first time I've had gear. So equipment, page 10. Tests. Okay, it would. Okay, cool. It would tell me if I had to discard it. This game is not all that like busy, but like I feel like I'm all over the place. Okay, so yeah, so since I have a torch icon on my elemental fungi that again was not stolen, I can add 2 to the test. If I had 2 of them, I may subtract 2 instead. So I need ideally an 8, which these have already been shuffled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna add 2 to get 8. Hell yeah. I knew there wasn't really a chance that I could fail that. So 8. I spot something up ahead. Your Mystling pick up the scent, and as you let them loose, they shoot forward, brimming with energy, and I gain 2. Shoot forward. I wonder if he could carry me. So then I go to F16. Okay, he doesn't read it.
You strain your eyes, and yes, there is someone hiding behind a stone. You clearly see their hair, and all of a sudden you recognize Alvin. You call his name,
and the
Alvin
chipmunks.
himself emerges from behind the stone, with his Gaeodon nestled on his shoulder. He looks embarrassed, but straightens up as he hears your questions. You want to know why I've left Kayberg? He answers, with a question of his own. That place is a dead end for me. Backwater with no challenges. How can I develop my skills there? Isn't it better to leave the town and learn from experience? Under your guidance? The best tamer there is?
This is what a Gaeodon looks like. That bit of voice acting was like an upward inflection, like everything is a question. Yeah, they maybe it's just me, but they've done this twice where they've dropped people with us, and I don't know who the hell they are. But like, who the hell is Alvin? I don't ever remember talking to him. And maybe I could have, but I completely missed it. Okay. I do not have the eager tamer status. So I can let him join me. Well, who knows? Maybe Alvin will come in handy. He promises to be obedient too. Or order him to return to Careburg. As a supervisor, you send him back to town, which is a much safer place for the youngster. Alvin is livid with anger, but he gives up and returns to the town. No, I mean, last time I brought that super hot chick. What was her name? Hud? Or... It was something hot. Well, the name probably wasn't. Yeah, but let him join me. So I'm again the eager tamer. There it is. Part 3. I mean, you gotta learn somehow. Like you got to have someone. I know what I'm doing. I think. Yeah, I'm going after Faye. Didn't know they existed before, but what could go wrong? It's not like he's gonna die, and if he does die, that would actually be pretty upsetting. So, I do not have that, so I will continue and let him join me, baby. F-17.
You are relieved to notice that the ground has finally flattened, which is good news after hours of trudging upwards. The area is overgrown with thick dwarf pines. A sudden flash of fire catches your eye, and you spot a regalian hiding among the trees.
Okay, I'm going to the regalian, as you can see, is this fire bird deer thing, and I want it. So I'm gonna try and approaching it and taming it. A regalian is a fast, nimble mistling and a worthy ally to lean on. Now, that's F-18.
You approach the regalian that is visibly frightened. Is it because it's never seen a human being before? The creature keeps stamping its hooves and hurling stones around. Its emotions are getting more and more intense because suddenly the creature's tail turns to flames. There is no doubt the creature is getting ready to charge at you.
Alright, so I set up the arena, map 3, on card 23, which is a rocky mesa. You may treat a stone, so these, as an opponent for the purposes of attacks and dealing 3. When a stone gains at least 3 damage in a single turn, discard it. You and the enemy can't move to or be placed in a space with a stone. Yep, how did I know that was gonna matter? Because to tame it, I need to destroy those stones. But I only have Eager Tamer Part 3. Alvin leaps forward. His Gyadon lands on the regalian's head, and the boy tries to touch the prancing Mystling's nose. The Mystling kicks around, and you frantically save the boy. Okay. What the... You fool! Sorry, the others. I read about this, but it's harder than I thought. So I place the 2 rightmost action cards on the bottom of my deck. You piece of shit. Okay. Do not draw new action cards in the empty spaces until the end of my turn. Alright, well now I start combat. Alright, so here's what we got. The Regalian, 20 health, 2 attack, 5 movement. So it's not the slow-moving fire creature. And no defense, which is nice. I need to weaken it. It has to have 12 or less life. Use 3 bonus actions in 1 turn. I think I could do that. Luckily I start with 2. That's nice. Then demonstrate my power. Deal at least 1 damage to Regalian when there are no stones in the arena. And I need to gain control when he has 6 or less life. That's rough. And then for my Furwing, I need to not receive any damage. Jeez. That would be good against what are they called? Against the very slow-moving ones. Not the Elkthorn. Those things are impossible. Against the Golemos. Golemo would be a good one to do that against. But I'm not finding that, so I don't even know why I brought that up. Okay, well, so what does it do? It rushes in line for each space moved. Regalian has +2 attack this turn. And then it attacks with Pierce 2. Okay. That bypasses my shield. Then so that's its circle. It's square. It will cleanse all, attack, then blink 3 away from the opponent. And then for triangle, it will heal 2, attack for +2, and then retreat. Okay. So yeah, that thing just moves way back and then charges in with it. And its special ability, which is on 3, rushes, deals 3 burn in range 1, deal 2 burn in any range to each opponent in a water space, I guess, in a whatever that symbol is. And then this is where I specifically still chose the Furwing. I knew this was coming. For a wind type, deal 1 burn to each opponent in any range. So there is a chance that it could rush me, deal 6 burn. That's brutal. You can have a max of 5. But yeah, wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. I mean, it's not like I'm much faster. I hit harder, so that's kind of why I picked it. Okay. 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 Oh, this could be pretty good. It could be. Oh, that's right. I turned the music off because it was... Actually, in one instance, one of my videos, it was not copyright claimed, but the monetization was... is now shared because of the music. And it's happened multiple times where app music is like, oh, we're actually going to take that. Okay. And I have ripe nuts and juicy berries. I have my elemental fungi. All passive effects in my 3rd and 4th slots apply. Well, that doesn't matter. I still have my translucent figurines. I wonder if that's ever going to come into play. All right. Well, I think my best bet is to do Majestic Flight. Because Smart Approach isn't going to do me any good right now. And at least I can still do something. So we're going to do Majestic Flight. Whoa. Gain 2. So discard the top card of your deck. If it is a win card, I blink to any flower spot, if possible. Otherwise, I get to blink to any water, which is still not horrible. That's actually not great. But let's hope it is a wind. I think this has been the same card last time I did this too. That's very annoying. Actually, could I have looked? No, I didn't have enough. The bonus action is Accelerate that lets me look. Okay. Well, so now I get to blink to any water spot, which I guess only matters when it's doing its special ability, which it is not. So I will actually go here because I will deal 1 damage to an opponent in any range for each space in between us. So it's still 2 damage. It would have been... Okay, it would have been 3. So not that bad. But luckily I do have defensive position, so on top of there. So now it's going to go... It's going to do Rush. Okay, so Rush in line. I need to see Rush in line. Well, that's combat tags, but that's not really... Those are adventure tags. Because Rush, to me, Rush in line makes me think that it moves towards me in a line. Rush in line. Like, which makes me think it's a charge. Your rush enemy always moves to a space closest to you. But it doesn't say, like, what the fuck that is. So, elemental advantage. Yep, nice. Let me see. Like, why introduce something like that? Because to me, that makes me think it can't attack then, if it has to rush in a line. Rush in line. Dragon, Eclipse. Cool. Meaning. Okay. Yep. It always moves to a space closest to you and within 1 range of you if possible. And I'm not seeing anything else that specifies. Okay, combat rules. Yep, those are actions, basic keywords. Yep, I understand all that. I also forgot to draw my cards. For each space moved, because you can't go into the rocks. So I'm just going to assume that it doesn't do it. Like, I mean, it moves there, I guess, but it can't attack me. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments how that works. That makes me think that it would rush in a line. Because everything else for a rush is it just moves towards me. But, I don't know. I'm just going to say that it doesn't do anything. Unless... I don't think there's like a search function in the app. Enter. Nope, I do not want to go back to character selection. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I think that's to report bugs. No. Yeah, I don't know. Sucks to suck, I guess. If I win, then I win. But alright, what do I got? I have 4. I still need to weaken him. So I need to do 8 damage to at least weaken. I can do Tempest Embrace, deal 2 in range 3, plus, which would be 3 damage. Which is, I mean, it's not nothing, but I do need to attack the rocks. My Thick Bristle isn't going to do much, because that'll give me 2 defense, which would be nice. So, I mean, I could just move, because what's he going to do now? He's going to attack and blink 3 away from me. But his regular attack is not going to do any damage. So, yeah, I mean, Tempest Embrace would destroy a rock. So I could just do my Thick Bristle. So I'll spend 1, but I'm going to get that back to do Thick Bristle. So I'm going to move up 1, do Thick Bristle. And then attack him, which is going to be for 4 damage because it has no defense. So that's immediately going to be 6 damage. Just run up and just jumps around the rock. Again, I don't know if it should have attacked me. Oh, wait, hold on. Combat quest. Each time you haven't received any damage during your opponent's turn, place 1 on this card. Cool. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And then this turn, it's going to cleanse all. There's nothing to cleanse. Attack for 2, but I have 4 defense, so I don't take and blink 3 away. So 1, 2, 3, sure. And that was his turn, so that's actually a second one. Slide that over. Okay. And he's going to rush in a line again, but he can't. So this said, you and the enemy can't move to or be placed in a space with a stone. Yeah. So this would, he would be a bigger deal if these rocks weren't in the way. So it sounds like positioning is good, otherwise he'll hurt me pretty bad. Next time he's going to do his special ability. That doesn't have any pierce, though. Now, what's also interesting is the burn itself is not... If each time you haven't received any damage during your opponent's turn, and you take damage from burn at the end of your turn... Yeah, so yeah, that's interesting. Oh wait, is it in line on here? No. Nope. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Because to me, it's a elk thing. It makes me think it's charging, and that's why it does that extra damage. So I'm trying to think thematically as well. I'm not trying to be like, ooh, I want to complete my combat quest. That's not what I'm doing at all. All right. So now it is going to rush in line, and I guess, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, ooh, baby, oh, baby. I'm going to do my Tempest Embrace. Gain 2, and shoot this rock, which is up to range 3 for 3 damage, which will destroy that. Just wind just corrodes the rock. And this I can put... It's so funny because, so these are These are... Yeah, fuck me. Must look like I do a bunch of drugs and just I can't remember shit. They are Sundropped. And man, Sundrop just looks so good because I recently had like an expansion for Tainted Grail that I didn't. One of the expansions I apparently never got Sundrop, so I had the regular gray, which was ugly, and that, and then I ended up finding the expansion that was Sundropped, and it's just night and day. Night and day. I'm getting like no attacks. Well, I have some that could kind of work. This one will heal, but I have no. So now it's going to basically discard these, but it's going to rush in line. So it's going to rush in line and stop there. Then it's going to do its special ability where it will rush. So now it will just go whoomp, whoomp, and then deal 3 burn. 1, 2, 3. So 3 burn is on me. Ah, my fur! Then it will deal 2 burn in any range to each opponent in a water space, which I am not, and then it's going to retreat. So then it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Retreat moves up to its movement. So yep, so it moves 5 spaces away. Just want to make sure. And oh, and then because I'm wind, I will deal 1 burn to each opponent in any range. So the oh, okay. I wonder if it's like the wind of like my abilities and stuff is fanning the flames. All right. Okay. So now, how do I get to you? So it's going to heal 2 and then attack +2, then retreat again. But it's only if it's near me. And I have not taken any damage yet. So I think interesting. Place 1 card from my discard on top of my deck. Tempest's Embrace wouldn't be horrible. Majestic Flight would actually be awesome. Yeah, so I think I'm actually going to do Smart Approach. And I'm going to move back 1. And place 1 card from my discard on top of my deck. So Smart Approach goes there. Oh, that's only if it's slot 3. I get to move +1. Okay. Ooh, do I have... No, I have 4. I can get 2 attacks in with my Deliberate Strike if I have 8 cards. Alright, so this goes back on top. Oh. Well, this would have been on top of my deck, so it's Majestic Flight. Yeah, cool. Well, hey, maybe by the time I get that attack, I'll have 8 cards in my discard pile. Okay, so it's going to heal 2. 1, 2, 3. And then it'll attack 2 and retreat, but it can't retreat. It's going to do that again. That sucks. Alright. So, now my Majestic Flight I can do again. That would be a decent chunk of damage. Yeah. Tailwind isn't helping, and I guess, yeah, I took no damage on the enemy's turn. I'm probably going to, like, lose this. So as of right now, if I end the combat... each time you gain any damage. Oh. Each time you would gain any damage. Never mind. That burn's not going to do it. So that's 4 damage on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I discard 1. Alright. Dang it. Yeah, that burn's gonna suck. I don't think I have any way to get rid of those. So... yeah, I mean, burn can be super... I'm trying to figure out how to get the Young Emberling in like a burn build, because so far, because I can only play 1 card, I can't really do a bunch of cards that do burn. But yeah, so I'm going to do Majestic Flight, discard the top card. Wow, it is that Deliberate Strike. That's pretty ass. That's pretty ass. Okay, so I'm just going to go there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 damage on it. It's going to end up healing 2, so I'm just going to put 2 damage on it. Because I'm just ramping up, so that goes there. And then that's there. Okay. So, that was basically its turn. Now it's going to rush in a line. Still not hitting me, as of right now. I'm taking 3 damage. So it's going to put me at 7. And I forgot about my thing. So that's so stupid. 1, 2, 3. Do I have another smart approach in here? I don't think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so I can blink. Oh, actually, if I blink, that would... Man, this is interesting. My Tailwind doesn't help me. I could just absorb the damage. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. But I do have ways to heal multiple times. Yeah, let's go ahead. So it is my turn. I'm going to regenerate, gaining 3. 1, 2, 3. And I can heal 2. And that's going to go there. So I have 2, 4. How much do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 10. An offensive stance. Okay. Okay. So I have Reckless Abandon that lets me attack twice and I gain 4 damage. I will spend 1. No, because then I don't want to move. Because if I move, then it can rush in the line and then attack me. For a lot of damage. Because it has Pierce 2, and that bypasses my innate defense. But the burn is basically, it's going to keep me in a constant state of burn now. So, yeah, that's not amazing now that I think about it. But I can't let it attack me and then also inflict a bunch of burn on me. And I have no passive effects, unfortunately, for my elemental fungi. Could do Ripe Nuts. During the next enemy attack, I have +2 shield. But if it's moving 2, 4, 6, it'd be 8 damage minus 2. So 6 damage on top of the 5 burn that I would have. Damn. And it is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need to do 2 damage to weaken it. But then I need to destroy the rocks. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay there with my stuff. So it is going to rush in a line, which I guess it does that. Doesn't hit me. Then it's going to rush to basically get there. Deal 3 burn, which is now I'm at my max. That's not it. Yep, 3 burn. Yeah, because it says burn max 5. So, that's that. And then it retreats again. Oof. And that. Discards these. I'm about to get fatigued again, too. Or not again, but I'm about to get fatigued. So I need to get up on his ass. Because that's about to be 10 damage. I do have my juicy berries still. I'm going to spend 1 to move. Then I am going to could... I mean, I have my maul, because it keeps going back there. And then my tailwind, which is probably what I'm going to do. But the question is, where do I... Like, what do I... I mean, my elemental bonus action is not bad. Let's... Okay. So, because look at the top card of your deck, you may resolve it or place it back on top of your deck. I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to prepare my discard my offensive stance to draw a card. Thick bristle, so another attack and another way of defending. Then I'm going to tailwind 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I mean, so it's going to get me there. It lets me move. And then I can attack if I'm in a flower space, which I will use to destroy this rock. I got a rock. Alright. Majestic Flight. That could do some shit. That could do a lot. That could do a lot, especially now that I have enough to do my bonus action. Might save up for that, but it is going to cleanse all, then attack, no one, and then blink 3 away from me. It's equidistant, so I'll just keep it there. And that's there. And I think I get the fatigue whenever I have to reshuffle, which I do not have to reshuffle right now. I forgot I also take 5 damage and lose a burn. I'm going to go ahead and use my Juicy Berry. I heal half. I'll wait. I'll wait. Well, I'll reshuffle that. I think I need to reshuffle this anyway, just so I can see what it's doing next. Ooh, man, I could have let this be. I could have just, you know what? It's a deer. I'll leave it alone. I don't need another fire creature. Alright, so it's doing the rush in line. Which now means if it rushed, it would get there. It would be able to actually hit me. So the question is... It's at 2, 4, 6. It needs to take 2 damage. Use 3 bonus actions in 1 turn. I think I can. No, I can't. But I can definitely hurt it. So I'm going to spend 1 because I'm going to gain a bunch. So I'm going to... Because if I'm close to him, then it won't do anything. So I'm going to dash. I'm going to do my maul. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah. That lets me move. Boom. And attack. So I'm going to attack it for 4 damage. There's a 5. So it is at 10 damage. Which, it does have 12 or less life. So that he is now weakened. Then... Yeah, I need to deal at least 1 damage to him when there's no more stones left. Ooh, my Tempest Embrace is actually perfect to do that. So it's going to go. That's moving. I should have a Fatigue, which might actually come into play. One thing I absolutely hate is the fact that they gave you these sleeves, and they gave you just enough cards for a deck. Although, granted, I think you're probably not supposed to have your Mystlings and sleeves or anything. Also, I take 4 damage. You know what? I'm just gonna take the 1, and then say I use my Juicy Berries to heal 3. Anyway, so now it is going to rush in a line. There is no line to rush in. It will attack me because it didn't move. So it's just right there. It's going to headbutt me. It's going to deal 2 damage. 1, 2, and that's it. That's all it's doing. So now I need to use 3 bonus actions in 1 turn. Okay. Can I win? I need to look up taming. Can you do multiple taming steps in 1 round? I don't know if you can. Okay. Taming is more challenging than winning, but after you tame an enemy, it will join your ranks. However, taming won't be placed there. To tame an enemy, you must fulfill all conditions on its taming presented order. So, if I do 3 bonus actions in 1 turn, then, which would be, yeah. So, okay. So I'm going to do my Tempest Embrace. I'm going to destroy this last rock. And then I am going to... Because what's he doing? Oh, he's doing the same thing. Okay, that's fine. Then I will dash. I'm going to go right here. So it's 1 bonus action. Then my second bonus action, I'm going to prepare. I'm going to discard this leap to, and then I may draw a card. Let's see, why not? Yes. Then I'm going to spend 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to do my elemental bonus action and accelerate. So that's the 3rd bonus action. And I can look at the top card. I may resolve it. I am not going to resolve it. Okay. Son of a bitch. That was my last card. I was not paying attention. Okay, that's fine. I thought, because that's going there. But I did 3 bonus actions, which is fine. So I'm taking 3 damage. So what am I, 13? So that puts me at 16. With 2 burn left. Oh, which is basically gonna... So I need to win next turn before the burn just completely eviscerates me. Luckily, it didn't get like all of its heals. But now I need to deal at least 1 damage to it whenever there are no stones left, and then it needs to have 6 or less life left. Which I can definitely do. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't really matter what I'm doing, but let's see. Alright, so it's doing that one. It's not going to rush. It's going to attack. I'll just do my ripe nuts. I need to reduce as much damage as I'm getting. So I'm going to give myself plus 2 damage. So it's not moving. It's attacking for 2 with Pierce 2, but with the ripe nuts it gives me my defense, so I don't take any damage. And then it's going to do a bunch of burn. Wouldn't be able to get away from it even if I wanted to. So let's just put that burn back on. That's the wrong one. Okay. Whoop. All right. Now it's my turn. So I need to demonstrate my power, deal at least 1 damage to it when there are no stones in the arena. Those are all gone. So I would like to do Majestic Flight, because it's at 10. And I need to do... I need to do 4 damage to it, which I'll be able to do. So I'll do Majestic Flight. Whoop, and I'll discard the top card of my deck. It's still not a fucking wind. That's okay. I didn't need it to, because I can move back to there, and I will deal 4 damage to it. So which puts it at, that was at least 1 damage, there are no stones, and then I gain control because he has 6 or less life. So, boom. Tamed! Jeez. That burn was brutal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all those are gone now. And along with that. So, tame, F20.
Outrunning a Regalian isn't an easy task, but your Mystling finds incredible resources of energy and manages to best the swift enemy. The Regalian slows down, visibly confused, and freezes upon seeing you. Although reluctantly, it allows you to touch it. When it understands that you don't wish it any harm, it presses its soft cheek against your hand.
After you had your giant owlbear, essentially, your winged eagle, whatever the hell a fur wing is, just beat the shit out of it. Yeah, let me do any harm. Okay, so heals half, so 8. That's not bad. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah, still have the fatigue in there. My fur wing. Yeah, unfortunately, well, no, the fire, yeah, the burn ended up costing me. I know way to cleanse that. That's rough. That's a rough one. I guess that's why they're there. And I don't even know what any of those combat quests actually do in terms of, I'm hoping they're really good, like an evolution or something. So, add card 138. I got the Regalian, baby! It's so cool. It's like a phoenix deer thing. I'll put this on my awesome encyclopedia in the cool numbered area. 138. What's the other side? I don't know. Okay. It's like, make sure you put it A side up. Oh, what's on the B side? The same thing. Oh. Add card 137. B side up. Regalians are skittish but curious. They are drawn. Oh, wait, hold on. Regalians are skittish but curious. I think I forgot to read this last few times. They are drawn to human cities and approach them only to flee for no particular reason and come back the next day. They try to make friends with other Mystlings and even animals, but escape at a hint of confrontation. People call Regalians queens and kings of the forest, admiring their regal aura and elegant figures. They are muses for many artists and subjects of conversation when they appear near human dwellings. Cool. They are very pretty. Then 35, 39. Add cards 135, 39, 140. Oh. Got it. 139, 140. So what does it have? Bucking. Deal 4 damage in any range in line. Okay. Then move. God, this art is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna find out it's all AI art, and it's gonna be like, well, it's still good, but it's cheating. Cleanse all. Move. You may spend 3 to trigger. 3, whatever those are called. Skewer. Move in line. For each space move this way, +1 attack this turn, and then attack. And then if it's a win, the attack is +2. Okay. Cool. And then combat quest. Your Regalian lacks coordination. Its movement is far from clumsy, but is also far from perfection. Each time you visit 2 different spaces with the same symbol during one move, place 1 on this card. Have at least 3 on this card at the end of the combat if you didn't fulfill this quest. Aha! Okay, so that makes the inline make more sense. So if I was here, and so I'm assuming that means visit. So like if I moved here, then went 1, 2, 3, I visited 2 of those. Ow. Okay. So what was it? 135, 139, and then and 140, which I think 140 is the fire. Okay. Oh, I think it's 140 the 140 is the combat quest. Neat. And then this goes in the removed divider. Well, add you to the party, baby! With my Furple and my Elkthorn that doesn't make any sense. And this goes in the removed. Which it is right here. Yeah, the Elkthorn rules seemed very contradictory. Okay. So now this is just going to go in there. And we are going to go to script F19.
You make your way up the slope, which evens out as you emerge in the middle of a mountain pass. The unforgiving winter landscape is here and there disturbed by a tongue of burning lava. You are sure that it shouldn't look like this. The fire element is too strong in this area, making you shiver. There is a hollow in front of you and a frozen lake in it. Up ahead, you spot a tiny tent and the thin trail of a campfire. There are weird spiky stones all around you, and childlike, angular fey prints among them. The footprints lead to a monstrous gate and vanish there. Probably the next obstacle you must overcome.
Probably. If I have the Eager Tamer Part 3 status, I do, Alvin. You better not dick me. He falls in the lava and dies. Well, good riddance. So, script 41.
You ask Alvin to stay back and do nothing unless asked to. The boy nods his head, but you don't believe he will obey. You can only hope that he will actually learn something useful, because risking anyone's life for no reason is unacceptable. His Gaeadon, on the other hand, no doubt will be a trustworthy ally.
Unacceptable! Okay. So, Alright. Open map 13. Cool. So let's see. There we go. That's not too bad. This area is neat. So place secret 34. And put the time card, the time token on 3. So there's the secret. Well, what do we got? There's, what the hell are those? I mean, there's the spikes. Are those footprints? Is that what they're supposed to be? I mean, probably the camp. I want to go check out the camp, which would be F4. If token B is in slot, it is not.
You carefully take a few steps on the ice, but you freeze as you notice a small camp on the other side of the lake. There is a dark tent, and a person sitting close to a small, crackling fire, most certainly staring in your direction. As you let out your breath, you spot another puzzling detail. There is a shade claw resting beside the stranger's leg.
Alright, I'm hoping it's the same Fae. I'm going to try and be their friend, and I'm going to approach showing no intention to fight. And hope that that doesn't hurt me, which is F30. You fool!
You ask the Fae what she's doing here. It's simple.
Okay.
Skuld replies. I am finally able to do what we have been trying to achieve for ages. Together with my kin, I am trying to retake our homeland and liberate it from dragons' rule. She frowns and adds, "And you? What are you doing?" You explain that you would like to know more about the Eclipse, the portals, and the Fae. You stress that the safety of your world and your people is your utmost priority, and a strange army from another dimension flowing into yours to kill an almighty dragon is a disturbing event. Schooled is constantly sketching in her notebook as you speak. You find the habit a little peculiar.
Fascinating. If I have the light in the shadow part 1 and or part 2, I do! I have both! I will go to script F13. I will kill you now. Okay.
You don't need to fear us,
Can you
Schooled
quit
says.
talking like that?
The Fae wish to cooperate with humans. Seeing wariness in your eyes, she adds, "We will get rid of the so-called Dragon Guardians. There is no greater threat to mankind than them. They imprisoned my people in the darkness for 1,000 years. They may do the same to yours if they begin to perceive you as a threat. I was taught that they even unleashed natural disasters to hinder the progress of our civilization and yours as well." You don't like this way of thinking. You firmly remind Skuld that the dragons are called guardians for a very important reason. They, after all, protect the world. But Skuld only scoffs and shakes her head. "We will sort it out later," she says.
God.
"I don't have much time, as I must catch up with the rest. We suspected you would follow us. I was left here to see you don't cause us any trouble. I think you won't."
Alright. Okay. I can ask about the portals, ask for more details about the dragons, or try intimidating her. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. She's like, "Oh, that's funny." So I can ask about the portals or details about the dragons. I think about the dragons. They seem very helpful. I mean, they might just say the same thing, but I think I'm going to go about the dragons.
"I told you about them already.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't have much time to spare." Skuld sighs. "The dragons exiled us to the Shadow Realm. There is no sun there.
Through
you
dueling.
know. We dwelled in darkness for hundreds of years, planning our return and our vengeance. And we eventually managed to invent a weapon that allows us to fight the beasts. This time, we will take them down."
So the dragons, what I just told you, they barricaded my people in the Shadow Realm, and they suck.
The Fae turns around and leaves. She ignores your other questions,
Probably should
and you
ask about
don't
the
have the
portal.
motivation to chase her. She seems harmless? No, that's not a good word. Thoughtful? You're not sure.
Attractive? You have weird feelings. Take the weird Fae feelings status. Again, the Light in the Shadow Part 3 status, and place token B in slot 6. Whoop. She's gone. So I will... Oh, if slot 5 is empty, it is! Boop.
You cautiously make your way upon the ice, when a hollow crack resounds. A crevice appears nearby, then another one shoots out of it. There is no doubt that the ice is breaking up. You flee toward the bank and reach it at the last possible moment.
Gain one damage. If I have the Eager Tamer Part 3 status... Oof, dang. Yeah, am I really going there? I guess I am. Ice gives way under the boy, and you rush to save him from drowning. Gain 2 additional damage. Jeez, so 3 damage. Get out of the fucking water. dude. Alvin, quit. All right, well, I'm assuming that whenever I take damage in exploration, damage, I just put it on a Mystling. I mean, damage. Yeah, place it in the Mystling tray, assigning it to Mystlings. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I've been doing. Alvin, you fucking, I hate him. This is why I didn't want to bring him along. Oh yeah, 26. That's what I was looking at. Then I lock scripts F4, F6, and F8. Which, again, I don't know what the lock symbols are supposed to be. What, am I missing them? Oh. F4. So, F4, F6, and 8. So I cannot go there. Right? Yeah. In order to explore the locations on the other side of the lake, I must find a way to cross the lake. Okay. Well, that's great. Continue exploration. So that didn't take any time. Well, I mean, there is that massive gate. That's definitely going to do it. You know what? Let's check out F3 while I'm at it.
The stone bristles with
Maybe I can use it for something.
You hold your hand over it, and you feel it radiates heat. No wonder the snow and ice have melted all around it.
Interesting. Radiates heat. Alright, so I can touch it, examine it carefully. I'm going to examine the boiling hot spikes, which cost me a time. And then go script F12.
You kneel at the stone and eye it cautiously, doing your best not to touch it. Soon enough, you have a feeling that the stone is not entirely motionless. Its surface seems to be rising and falling as if the stone was breathing. Could it be a Mystling? A hibernating chrysomalin, for instance? If this is the case, the creature should be left alone. Disrupting its yearly cycle is never a good idea, and you really don't want it to rage in the vicinity of dormant volcanoes.
Okay. That. I place a fire token in front of me. Chrysomalins live in the area. That was worth it. Touch. Erupts volcano. Alvin bursts into flames immediately. My Mystlings get cut in half somehow. All of them, they're all dead. And then I'm Anakin on the side of the lava pit. It's a good deal. That was very much worth the time, I think. Just go up and break it off. Oh, what's this? So now we'll do F1.
The gate is locked. You push the wings a few times and yank them backward, but they won't even budge. Your Mystlings are eager to help, but their efforts are also in vain. The snow has been shoveled aside, though, which means that the gate has recently been opened. If so, how does it work? What do you have to do to... Suddenly, you notice a hollow spot with 4 symbols representing elements. They look movable.
Okay. Hollow spot with 4 symbols. They look movable. There are clues and other scripts on how to open the gate. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Now I wonder if F10 is like a check, because F10, so try to open the gate goes to F10. Alright, well, I'll stop there and I will go see if I can find other clues. So with that, I'm going to go to F. I mean, that's the Chrysomalin. Ooh, that looks like there was writing on F7. So I'm going to go see what that's about.
There is a faded drawing of a giant wave on the wall, and a small symbol of the element of light beneath it.
Aha! Aha! Yes. Ooh, notes. There's a notes section. Okay. Open gate. Oh, okay. Faded drawing. So giant wave and a small symbol of element of light beneath it. Okay. Giant wave with light underneath. There's probably something you could easily just brute force, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and figure it out. In my experience, board games, weirdly enough, are very bad at doing puzzles unless they're escape room games. But if they're not like this, like Descent, Legends in the Dark was awful with it. Oathsworn had good ones, but they gave you 2D components for a 3D puzzle, so that was really bad. So for some reason, they just don't translate well. Okay, so there's more writing up here. F2.
There is a ledge above the door with a line of intriguing yet indiscernible symbols. They pique your curiosity.
My curiosity is piqued. I think I'll climb up there. And I'll probably die. F86, jeez. Yep. That's nice. Okay, I need to perform a test. With a fire Mystling, I ignore the eye effect below. It helps you avoid scorching spots while climbing. Sweet. Okay. Nice. Thank you, Alvin. So I need a 7. Exactly a 7. Yes. Wow. Yeah, that's brutal. So I need exactly a 7. But luckily, because of my fire Mystling that helps me avoid the scorching spots, none of my Mystlings are going to gain damage for the eye symbols. And if I have the Inger Tamer Part 3 status, once per test, I may discard the card that I just drew. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to discard this that I just drew. Then when this card is discarded in any other way than at the end of a test. Okay. So. Yeah, unfortunately, I need, because I don't have any of like the climbing gear symbol. No, it is worth the risk. Once per test. No eye symbols though. So. Alright. Nope. 6. It was a stupid Coins of Misfortune. 6. What's a 6? Yeah, I just don't lose time. So I guess I'll take the 6. Finding a solid foothold takes a lot of time, but at least you see a safe way up the ledge. I may spend a gear, but I don't have one, otherwise continue exploration. So I'm assuming these just get discarded. And then I can try again, because I didn't get a 5 or less. So, just like, okay, here's the path that you know what, let's pile shuffle. Let's pile shuffle this shit. Even though I do this every single time, I feel like if I don't shuffle it immediately before, it's not legit. All right. 1, 7. That's what I was wanting, stupid Coins of Misfortune, which are now gone. So there's my 7. The climb is easier than you expected. You make it to the top in no time. Go to script 40. Took me 2 attempts.
There are symbols of water and earth engraved on the wall, separated by a deep, jagged crevice, probably made intentionally.
All right. There are symbols of water and earth engraved on the wall, separated by a deep, jagged crevice. Okay. Water and earth separated by crevasse. There we go. Just so everyone knows what my handwriting looks like. If you can even see that, that's what it is right there. Okay. If you have the Furple quest card, available, and you have Furple with you, I don't. Damn. That's interesting. Okay. Well, unfortunately... Okay, I guess I'll try F5 now. I don't have Furple. So maybe F5 will help me get across.
You approach the bank of the lake to realize that the ice cover is brittle. You're not so sure if it's solid enough to step on.
Alright. Examine the bank. Only if slot 5 is empty. Which I believe it still is. Search for a safe path. Only if slot 5 is empty. Whoo. Make your own path. Well, I definitely... That's cool. So the water Mystling would have been able to, like, find a safe passage over it. And it only works if those are locked. Okay. So, search for a safe path. Some areas of the ice cover must be safe enough to walk on. It's going to cost me 2 time. Let's try that. So, 2 time, which pumps me there. Yes. F27.
You cautiously walk on the ice. Before every step, you inspect the ice and somehow you manage to safely traverse the lake and reach the opposite bank.
Woo! Alright. So now I can place token B in slot 5, and then that unlocks these. Because I'm hoping... But we shall see what this is. The freezing hostile environment is slowly sapping your strength. Hurry! I'm trying! It's so hot! So 42.
You are tortured by gusts of frigid wind, and your Mystlings are trembling with cold. If this continues, this place may be the end of you.
Alright. God damn it, Alvin. So I gain a fatigue. I'll grab a fatigue in a sec. Place 34 back on there, and then this back on 3. And then if I have the Eager Tamer Part 3 status, I go to 82.
Alvin complains that he is cold,
Don't
and that his Gyodon is not in good shape either.
Well, that I
You
feel
must
bad.
take care of them, which takes some time.
I lose the time for Alvin. God, I should have told him to go back. I knew better. He was like a young kid. All right. I can't really tell, but I mean, F4 I already know. F7 I was able to check. So there's F6 and F8. F6 is like up on, I'm assuming it's like the spire up here, and F8 looks like a cave. Let's try the spire.
You approach the ruined tower to inspect the remains with interest. You do not need any builder's experience to recognize the resemblance to the ruins you saw north of Kayberg. One of the stones has recently been unearthed. As you bend over it, you notice the symbol of water engraved upon the surface. The symbol is connected to another one, unfortunately blurred.
Okay, that's useless. Water connected to blurred symbol. Okay. And F6, F5 is not empty, so because I know how to get across the ice now. So I continue with exploration. Luckily, that nothing happened there, or no time was spent. So now we'll do F8, go into the cave. I probably have everything that I need.
It is fairly light in the cave. mostly due to the orange tongues of lava lazily flowing out through the cracks in the rock. You spot an engraving on the wall. It shows the symbols of earth and light, separated by a wide, jagged crack.
Giant of earth and light? Is that what it said? Earth and light. Okay. Earth and light. Separated by crack. Oh no, my pen's running out. Okay. I can gather precious stones while I'm here. That costs a time. And that gives me 2 silver, so I shall do that. More money! Alright, now, and F5, so I walk back across, do that. And then now let's do F1. Which I've already read, so I will attempt to open the gate, which is F10.
It seems that those symbols need to be arranged in the correct manner. There is no doubt that the makers of the system have somehow prevented it from multiple attempts to try one's luck, so you had better figure out a way to do it right.
Oh, shit. Okay, so water, earth, light, and wind. Place them in any order on slots 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I was thinking separated by a large crack. So here's what I got. Giant wave with light underneath. So wave with light underneath. And then water and earth separated by a crevice. And then water connected to a blurred symbol. And then earth and light separated by a crack. So my initial thinking is that. But what does the crack mean? Because 2 of them were so earth and light separated by a crack. So there's like a crack there. Giant wave with light underneath. So that's definitely how it works. Water and earth separated by a crevice. So I wonder if the crevice means that they aren't next to each other. Then water connected to a blurred symbol. And then earth and light separated by a crack. Yeah, I wonder if the crack means that they're not adjacent to one another. Can that be possible? Can it be possible, like, so... Giant wave with light underneath. Water and earth separated by crevice, which is true there. Water connected to a blurred symbol. It could have been double. It could have been the blurred symbol could have been the light, and then earth and light separated by a crack. So as this sits right now, this is if the separated by a crevice or a crack, so the same, I mean, that's pretty much the same thing. Water, and if that means that they're not adjacent to each other, then that would mean, yeah, water and earth separated by a crevice, so they're not adjacent, and then earth and light separated by a crack, so that means they're not adjacent. So that part is true. Giant wave with light underneath. So there's the giant wave, the water with light underneath. But then the wind is the only thing that's not mentioned at all. And so water connected to blurred symbol, which, I mean, the blurred symbol could be the light. It could just be redundant and say the same thing. Or the blurred symbol could be the only symbol that has been mentioned, which is wind. So that's how I'm thinking. It would also make sense just thematically in this lava area that water is the first one. I could also just be overthinking this completely. Unless the crack is the wind. Because that's also the only thing that's not mentioned. The only thing we know that's basically what to go off of is that earth, or it's water and light. Like, those are in the right order. Water and earth separated by a crevice. So, water and earth separated by a crevice, which could be like this. Oh, but then it says earth and light separated by a crevice. So, so the crevice can't, or separated by a crack. Oh, which actually would still... Well, that can't be true. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the crack means that they're not adjacent to one another. So earth and light are not adjacent, and then water and earth are not adjacent. And I'm just gonna hope that the blurred symbol was light, and that wins there. So that's what I'm going off of. I hope I'm correct. I hope I'm at least close. So, yes. Okay, if water is in slot 1, go to script 59. It is. If light is in slot 2, it is. If wind is in slot 3, haha, it is. Did I get it?
The door begins to tremble, and soon the tremors spread. The entire mountain begins to vibrate. The gate opens, and the symbols of elements move again to create a random combination. As you cross the threshold, a mighty rock tumbles down to crush you. You and the Mystlings jump away in time, but it really was a narrow escape. The rock rolls over and morphs into a chrysomalon. The creature seems confused, but the discovery of your presence makes it angry. You, unfortunately, are the nearest and easiest target.
Okay, well, here's the art. So, nice. I believe this is correct, though. Okay. Yeah, because I'm just kind of quickly looking. Yeah, if water's in slot 1, go to script 59. Otherwise, I would have gained a fatigue and yada yada. Okay. Cool! Yay! Alright, I feel good about that. That makes me happy. And I think I'm ending exploration. End the exploration, yes. Nice. Okay, see that? Good on you, Awakened Realms. That wasn't a stupid stupid puzzle where it's like, I mean, I was going pretty odd there for a sec, where it's like, okay, maybe the crack means it's wind because it's corroding the earth or whatever. Yeah, nice. Alright, so I gotta set up for this fight. You guys are gonna watch me, and you're gonna like it. Or you can just skip straight ahead. So Arena card 7. Oh my god. Caldera. Whoop. So this is done. Yes, and it's on map 1. Get rid of that. You know, honestly, I don't even know if these playmats are worth it. They're nice, but it's kind of a pain to grab them. And okay, nice. So, Caldera, place a volcano. That means I need to find the volcano. Which is... So is it just one volcano? No. Ooh. Ooh, baby, do you know what I want? Ooh, baby, there's a place for us. Yes, I'm gonna go with these as the volcanoes. So these are getting placed in these spots. A 1, a 2, a 3. I can never roll my R's. So, this is not going down. Why? There we go. Alright, so when you and your enemy move within range 1 of a volcano, they get burn. When the enemy ends its move within range 1 of a volcano, nothing happens. Okay, cool. You and the enemy can't move to or be placed in a space with a volcano. So, that's that. Then, 34. Enemy Chrysomalin, 35, 36, 37. That's, okay. Alright, yep. That is the enemy Chrysomalin right there. With its special ability. And that would be a pretty brutal tame. So I'm surprised I can actually tame it. So the cards are it's going on 3. And it is 3 circles and 3 triangles. So 6 cards. 25 health, 5 attack, 1 movement, 3 defense. I think it's time that I bring in my young Emberling. Because it is going to hurt me if I bring in my Furwing a lot. Passive. If an opponent moves to or through a space with lava, they gain 1 burn and discard the lava. Okay, so he's going to rush. If the space is Chrysomalin, left has no lava, place 1 lava in that space, deal 3 burn in range 2. Oh, I see now. It's a slow-moving, powerful fire monster. That was the hint. Which is kind of interesting that the game has hints because, like, it's like what do some people? I think I prefer it because it gives me an idea. Because I think I'd be annoyed if I brought Mystlings. I just got countered the entire time. And then I gotta find him. He's a big boy. He is a big boy. I think this is him. Yeah, that's definitely him right there. So he's gonna go right there. And my young Emberling. If the fire token is in front of you, you are aware that the Chrysomalins live in the area, and I prepared a tactic in case you encounter one. Discard this. I may swap the position of 2 action cards in my slots. Ooh, that's very nice. Okay. If I have the Eager Tamer, Part 3 status, Alvin helps you distract the Chrysomalin. Thank you! And this goes on 4 instead of 3. That's awesome. That's really good. Because its special ability is it blinks to a space with lava that is closest to the opponent, discard all lava from the arena, and deal 1 burn in range 4 for each lava discarded this way. Wow. Okay. This is going to be brutal. Luckily it has no magical... I'm faster than him. So... Unless he has ways to teleport, which he doesn't really... Oh, he doesn't do the exact same thing? No. Almost. He deals 3 burn in range 2. I need to stay away from him. while also not landing next to stupid lava. Alright, I feel like I've shuffled enough. Okay. So, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all absolute ass. Those are really bad. I didn't like that I drew any of those. So I get to swap 2 of them. So what's he doing right now? He is going to rush. If the space at the crystal mountain left has no lava, place 1 lava in that space. Attack +5. Oh, a 10 damage attack. Okay. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess I'll do Fire Barrier. Swap that with Guardian Stance. Now that doesn't let me move. Oh wait, I can move after. I can dash after. And no matter where I go, that is going to deal me a burn. Okay. I do not see this going well, but we are going to do Fire Barrier. So I'm going to gain 4. I'm pretty much going to have to live off of Fire Nova, I think. Luckily it doesn't heal. But then I'm going to dash and prepare. So I'm going to get rid of Sprint. Yeah, and then dash. So that's going to give me a burn, which will go away at the end of my turn and deal me a damage. Okay. Kindling. And Flame Burst. So Flame Burst will be nice. That'll be very helpful to do damage. Alright, so then he is going to rush. If there is no space, so then there can be max of 5. 1, 2, 3, and apparently 2. Oh, sorry, no. That's just, you can have 2 Earth cards in there. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Alright. And that was that. Oh, and then it places a lava in the space that it left. Alright, and then he's doing the same thing. Wow. I mean, his innate defense, like, Kindling is not doing me any favors. Flame Burst is nice, so let's do Guardian Stance to get another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll spend 1 to prepare, get rid of this Kindling. And yeah. Yep, that's all I'm doing. Lava Lash. Okay, that can come in handy. That can come in handy. So then that's moving over. It's slowly encroaching upon me, leaving a lava trail. And when I land in them, I gain a burn. Okay. But that's it. So then it's going to do a rush. If the space left has no lava, place a lava in that space and then deal 3 burn in range 2. Oof. Okay. Okay. I still have regeneration, which I could actually use Smart Approach to put back on top of my deck. This is 2, 4, 5. Okay, so that means he's only rushing, he's not attacking. And there's nowhere I can, well, my movement's only 2. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do Lava Lash. I'm going to deal 3 magic damage to him. So luckily he has no defense. 1, 2, 3. Yay! He's not the hardest to tame in the world, but man, do I just get... Well, I'd have the young Emberling, the deer thing that I just got. I actually already forgot what it was. The Regalian and then the Chrysomalin have 3 fire types. Be like, what was his name? Blaze. And then I can spend 2 to trigger. So that goes there. Oh, I gained the 2 and then I'm going to spend 2 to trigger. So then I will do Smart Approach. That lets me move. So 1, 2. Oh, shit. I don't know if that's actually going to work. Because he's... Oh, no, it'll be fine. Then I can put a card from my discard on top of my deck. And I think I'll do Lava Lash. And that lets me... Oh, and then move. And then I'll spend 1 to move again. That's going to go there, but it'll get discarded. Jeez. But that'll be something. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. There's Lava Lash and Melting Embrace. Move attack, you may discard 1 burn from your Mystling or an opponent in any range to add 2. Ooh, interesting. We'll see what he does. So, well, I know what he's doing. He's going to hit me hard. That's what I was hoping he wouldn't do. So he's going to rush. Boom. Which he puts a lava down. And he's going to deal 3 burn to me. Boop. Alright. Okay. Discard all lava from the aura and deal 1 burn in range 4 for it. 1, 2. Yeah, that's... Ooh, actually, I can kind of mitigate that a little bit. Yeah. Yes. Yes, this might work. Yeah, Flame Burst would be sexy in a sec. Because he's about to do a special move, but he's going to rush in a sec. So, it's not going to be too bad. So, I'm going to do Melting Embrace. I'm going to move into here to get rid of it. 1, 2. Oh, well, I'm going to move. And then I'm going to gain another burn, but I can discard it to attack him for 4, 5, 6. So that's 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3. So he is down to 19, which is going to give me 1. And I'm going to spend 1 to move back 2. That was Melting Embrace. And then I'm going to take 3 damage from the burn, which I should be immune to. 1, 2. Okay. Flaming Bite, that's not nothing. So now it is his turn. He is going to rush and attack for 10, but he doesn't hit me. Then he's going to do a special, and he's going to blink back to that and deal no burn. Discard all lava from the arena and deal 1 burn in range 4 for each lava discarded this way. Nice. I was close enough. I thought I was going to be able to actually get out of range. But not quite. But still, no burn, which is nice. And I have 4. I need... Okay. So I'm going to... That's within range 3. And he is going to rush again. So I'm going to hold on to my Flame Burst. And the lava lash is nice. Oh, but I'm not within range 3, so I am actually going to do my regeneration to move up 1. And that's going to heal me 2. And then we'll discard that and take some damage. Oh, and I gained 2. Oh, yes, another flame burst. Oh, that's good. That's really good to have right now. So he is going to rush and not hit me for anything. Because he's a loser. Actually, no, I will spend 1 to move back. So then I can't get hit with the burn from that. I forgot that's what he was doing. Okay. Yes, perfect. Because he's going to do that again. So I'm going to do my flame burst, which is going to be 2 damage, plus 2 for every 4 that I have. I have 8, so 2, 4, 6. So that's 5, 6. So that puts him at 12 because it is magic. And I do not discard that. So what's amazing about that, because he's going to do that again, and I need to still stay away from him, so I'm going to spend 1 to move back, because then he's going to rush, and it's still range 2. So, I'm going to get fatigued in a sec. Lava Lash. I got actually a pretty solid thing here. He's going to move towards me, dropping a lava trail. He's like Lawrence the First Vicar. This would be a bad time if I was using my fur wing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he does not have many magical attacks. Oh, and then I take 1 more damage from the burn, but no more burn. And that's what he did, and I'm still out. So I will grab a fatigue. But definitely going to do another flame burst. And we'll see what he does. But I need to be able to... Flaming Bite lets me move. It depends on if he's going to be dealing a bunch of burn to me again. If this is a triangle, I might do. It's not. Oh, actually. Yes. That's the one I needed. So this is interesting. If I rush, or he's going to rush. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to be cornered, that's the thing. So Flame Bite might be the best bet right now. So I'm going to do 2. To move, 1, 2. Actually, we'll go 1, 2. No, because I need to be able to move out. And that gives me 1 burn. So 1, 2. Which will then give me a burn for being next to the stupid volcano. But I can attack him with Pierce 1, so it's 2 damage. So it's not nothing. And he gets a burn. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes. And then I will spend 1 to move again. Because he's going to burn me no matter what. So let's actually move into here and gain a burn. And then we'll take, well, there's the burn because that's going away. And then we'll take the damage. Am I on the side of 5s? I forgot I have 10s, so let's put these as, there we go. So he's at 14, he has 11 health left. So, which is more than what I have right now, but I'm about to do a bunch of damage. So he is going to, he's not going to rush because I'm next to him. Then he is going to, unfortunately, deal 3 burn. Oh, that one's gone. next to me. So that's that. And then next is just a bunch of, yeah, it's all triangles of him trying to almost one-shot me. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm going to 2, 4, 6, yep. Then we will do 10 to do Flame Burst, which is going to deal 2, 4, 6 damage. It puts him at 20. Ooh, I'm at a, ooh, do I kill him? Do I... Oh, I can actually tame him. Man, do I just go with fire? Do I just get a bunch of fire people? That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice because that chip the armor away. He has 5 or less life. Yep, he does. So, and then end my turn within range 1 of him while having at least 4 burn. And the passive was if an opponent moves to or through a space with lava, they gain 1 burn and discard that lava. I have 3 burn right now and I have not moved. Fuck it. Let's tame him. So then I can go into here for 1 and then back. Actually, let me just double check. Because there's a bunch of games that, so move. Let me just... So it doesn't say that I can't range, check, okay, move to an adjacent space up to X times. You move and make it once, but in one move action you may move several spaces. It does not say that I cannot move back and forth. So I will land in that lava, gain a burn, not a damage, gain a burn. I've been mixing a bunch of stuff. Gain a burn, which is the 4th burn. And then end my turn within range 1 of him while having at least 4 burn, which I do. So this thing is now tamed. I could have killed it as well. I could have used my supernova and dealt 6 damage, which would have been 26, which would have killed him. That's awesome. This deck build is working. And he is now tamed. So, man, I've tamed 2 fire creatures this run. That's awesome. Might just go full fire build. So, script F37. That's cool.
When the Chrysomalon sees your tenacity, it falters and stops. The blazing aura surrounding the Mystling weakens, allowing you to approach and look it directly in the eye. The Chrysomalon is curious, but creeps away after a moment. You are sure, however, that it will be back soon to join your party.
Nice. Alright, so I heal half. I actually didn't take that much damage. I'm pretty sure the conditions go away. At card 38, A side up, Chrysomelon Divider. At card 38, A side up. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just in case you can't see it. There's the art. And 37 B side up. Chrysomelons live in the high mountains. Chrysomelons live in the high mountains, mainly hibernating. 2 times a year, they swarm active volcanoes to reproduce. When they are inactive, they can be easily mistaken for a strangely shaped rock, and they do not react until they are seriously disturbed. Then, it's like, ugh. Then they awaken, and their temperature rises, making the armor made up of iron plates scorching hot. Nice. Nice. Okay. Place cards 35 and 39. So its special ability is 4 Power, burn to the ground. Deal 1 burn in range 2 for each space you moved during this turn. So you gotta give him, I mean, he doesn't move all that much. So that was 39 and 35. So there's him. With all action cards. So it's action cards. Lava Trail, move. If there is no opponent in range 1, move. Slot 3 gets to attack. Okay. So it puts lava down. Then Smoldering Grasp, attack, +1 attack for each burn on the attacked opponent. If it's a win, deal 2 burn in range 2. Okay. And then Tectonic Stress, gain 2 power, and then that's the passive in the discard, +1 movement and +1 attack. Alright, so he deals... He's the burn stack. That's pretty solid. He can also have 2 earth cards in his deck. So, nice. And then 36 gets put in the removed. Awesome. Can't believe I tamed two fire this scenario. Oh, and his combat card, which I apparently... Is there no combat card for him? 38, 37, 35, and 30. Oh, I guess he does not have a combat card. Probably because he's pretty powerful already. 25 health, 5 attack, 1 movement, 3 defense. Like, yeah, there's nothing by his thing, so he does not have one. Awesome. That's cool. I like the different parties. Oh, that doesn't go in there. Or the different builds. So clear the arena. And if you don't have the Eager Tamer Part 3 or 4 status... Oh. 3 or 4. I do have 3, so I think I just continue, so...
You finally look around. Surprised, you discover that there exists an entire world in the depths of the mountain, entirely separated from the outside. You see lava ponds and a blue sky above. The air is warm, almost too hot for comfort. Lots of flying animals and Mystlings have chosen this area to settle down, some of which are entirely new to you. There are also buildings here, tall, enchanting, and intricate. Their architecture slightly resembles both the ruins and the collapsed tower, but they are adorned with different ornaments. There are still a few angular fey footprints to be found, and all of them lead to the tower to your right. All of a sudden, you are alarmed by a flock of chrysomelons, presumably woken by your fight with one of their kin. They are squeezing through the gate, blocking it off completely. They are moving slowly but resolutely. You are not their target, however.
Oh, thank God.
They seem to be focused on something else. Anyway, when you find out why Fey came here in the first place, it would be a good idea to find an alternative way out of this place. The gate is completely blocked by swarming Mystlings.
Okay. That was 43. I don't know if there's any art. There is not. Okay. So now, put that there. And we will open to open map 14. Okay, there's that. Lock scripts 44 and 48. So there and there. And then secret card 35. But unfortunately, this only goes to 2. Okay, so Buildings here tall and intricate. Oh, the building's back there. Yeah. Their architecture slightly resembles both the ruins and collapsed tower. All of a sudden, you're alarmed by a flock, presumably woken by the fight with one of their kin. Okay. So what do we have here? What could I take a look at? You know what? I am very intrigued by the city. So I'm going to do F67.
Up ahead, you notice a hole in the wall which may be the passage to the outside world.
Oh.
The way up, however, may be a bit of a challenge. It is time to make up your mind whether it is the right time for the climb.
Okay. Well, I don't have the eluding tower status. I can't imagine I would have that. So I'll just take a double. Nope. Alright, so I just continue exploration. So I need the eluding tower if I want to continue. So what else do we have here? I don't know what the hell this is. That looks like a tower. So we'll do F64. Alright. I was going to read something real quick. Did I say 64? If a fire is in slot 2... Okay. It is not. So I can try to open a door. Or take a look around. No, let's try to open the door.
You approach an intriguing tower
Nope.
surrounded by...
Oh, no, that was something. Okay. You approach an intriguing tower surrounded by a few short, squat buildings. All of them are abandoned, and the way into the tower is barred by a solid-looking gate. There's a myriad of footprints in front of the tower, all of them belonging to the Fae. Some lead behind the tower. Maybe they are worth following. Okay, well, good. I'm glad I read that, because I probably would have just... Let's take a look around. She probably is smarter than I am.
The Fae started a fire in front of the entrance, but it has already died down, leaving only a few charred logs. You can find leftovers of weird medicine, which means the Fae have been tending to their Mystlings here.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I can choose one. Take a charred log, only if there is no green in front of you. And there is no green... If I don't have a fire mistling, I gain a... But I do! Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a charred log, which lets me put a earth in front of me. And then I can choose again. And I will spend the time to heal my mistlings. This is probably a waste, honestly. Because I mean, usually so far every scenario has been like a combat, exploration, a combat, and then exploration, then it ends. But we'll see. Okay, so I did that. Continue. Healed my mistlings. Continue. Okay. So now, what would a charred log do for me? Is there anything, maybe like a... I already looked there that I can't... Oh, that's where I just was. I think I am... What is that? That looks like a tent, and maybe some of the... Or not a tent, like a hut that leads up. So let's do 65.
The tall building close to the edge of the precipice appears to be an archive. All the paper books and scrolls have survived thanks to the air here, which is miraculously dry and warm. Trying to understand the phenomenon, you touch the walls and realize that some are searing, as if they were magma veins near the surface. You also spot a vague engraving on the door, close to a torch holder.
Oh, okay. Well, I will insert a piece of wood into the holder and light it up. If slot 4 is empty, discard that and place one in slot 4 and continue the exploration. I'm going to continue looking here, so I light a torch and I will inspect the door. Which takes a time, and I go to script 63, and maybe...
There is a piece of text on the door, but unfortunately, you are not able to understand it.
Okay.
Therefore, you focus on the drawn symbols. One of them is a spiky stone, which must be a representation of a chrysomelon. The next huge symbol is unrecognizable to you, and the third one is a burning parchment.
Okay, I gain a power, and I continue exploration. It wasn't a matter of that I couldn't see the script. It was that I couldn't read it. I was like, oh, I still have no idea. Which unfortunately brings me to this. Chrysomalins are ceaselessly swarming over the ruins. No! Script F50. Okay, if there are exactly 3 fire on the map, go to script 52. There is not. There is not any fire on the map.
The Chrysomalins have reached the buildings in the immediate vicinity of the gate and have swarmed over them. A group has also taken over the neighboring tower. Some have stopped there, but most move on.
Okay, so a fire is going in slot 1 and 2. And this goes back. Okay, so that's essentially my timer. Yeah, one of those mentioned if there was a thing there, I would have taken damage. Okay, well now, note the Chrysomalins. The Chrysomalins act strange. Maybe you should study their behavior. But on the other hand, there might be more important things you should focus on right now. How do I study their behavior? Oh, I guess I could go to one of their spots. Interesting. Well, I'm going to keep doing the door. Yeah, so that is going to be 65 again while I'm here. And that is going to cost me a time to search the archives.
You are unable to understand the written part, so you focus on the pictures. And you soon spot a few noteworthy facts.
Ooh.
There is a circle superimposed on a hexagon. 5 of its angles are taken by the symbols of the elements, but one is empty. There is also a window with a dark world behind it, illuminated only by a moon and stars. A person is trying to open the window.
Window with a dark world behind it. Okay. Gain the Dark History Part 3 status. And if I have all 3 parts, I gain understanding. Okay, continue exploration. So if I do 64, or not 64, 65 again, I can... Okay, so I can actually take this out, put out the torch, take it, and then continue exploration. So I'm going to do that. Fascinating. You know what? I wonder... Let's go back to F64, and I wonder if I can study the Chrysomalins. Oh, nope. Okay. What about 53? 53. Yes. Okay, so at 53, I don't know how you would... I don't know why both don't work, but I'm going to go back to 53. If a thing is in slot 1, which it is, each Mystling gains a damage. Okay. And that's that.
The building you have entered cannot have been built by humans. You look around and see unfamiliar ornamentation and weirdly shaped benches. You could glean a lot of information here if you sacrifice some time to search the place.
Oh man, it literally told me to search the place, but I came here to study the Mystlings' behavior, which I can do. So, script 58.
Chrysomalins crawl around the cylindrical building. They check out every crevice and spit fire here and there, yet the flames burn out very soon, leaving only scorched surfaces. You are puzzled by their actions. Are they looking for places to nestle or lay eggs? You also see a Chrysomalin that finds a piece of wood which hasn't entirely rotted. The Mystling dries it with its warmth and then consumes it with visible pleasure.
Okay. So, Yeah, maybe they're looking to mate, or they're hungry, or they're destroying evidence. I don't know. I didn't really learn much there. Luckily, it didn't cost any time to do that. Just took some damage. So let's go to F60, which is up here.
The stairs lead up to the rock hollow, its rough walls marred with black scorches. You spot a few machines made of metal and glass there. All of them are smashed or destroyed, but the niche is a sturdy, dry, and rather cozy place, if you manage to put up with the smell of burning. There are many torch holders on the walls. Your attention is drawn to a quickly done sketch in the soot, showing a group of winged characters standing with their backs to a portal and repelling a terrifying dragon.
Okay. I'm going to guess this is a Fey city in it. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I can search this place, which takes time. I can also insert a piece of wood into the torch holder and set it on fire, but that doesn't seem to do anything right away. Okay. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to do. I mean, I guess I'll light it. Doesn't seem to... I mean, yeah. And then I'll search the place, which gets me an item. Lucky coin. I can discard it during an adventure to gain a silver. I will. Now I have 5 silver. Hopefully that will be nice. And that's time, so I go to script 50. And there are not 3 on the map, but there are 2 on the map. Script 45.
The Chrysomalans crawl forward relentlessly. Some surround the buildings, yet the rest continue their journey.
Okay, place this in slot 3. Oh, I didn't inspect 3, I don't think. Then that's going to go on 2. And still, okay, so I still get to search. Alright. So F60 was that. F65 didn't do anything. Can I go back to... What happens if I go back to 64? Can I get another log? I don't know why I'm entering that, because I've already been there. I'm just going to do the book. Okay. Yep, so each Mystling is going to take a damage. Hopefully I don't have to fight anything, because that would be very bad. So if I look around... Okay, so I can. So I can take another charred log, and then I can, come back here. I'm just going to do all this. So I take another charred log, go back here, light it. So now I have 2 braziers there. Maybe that'll be something. And that's pretty much all I can do, because I don't have the eluding tower thing. Oh, I guess, did I even try to open the door at 64? I did not. Okay, so while I'm here, I'll go back and try to open the door, which is F62.
The door is opened with a similar mechanism that opens the gate to the underground town. You see pictures and symbols, all of which you remember from frescoes and ornamentation seen all over the town. All you need to do is rearrange them. Focus and use your knowledge to do it right.
Okay. So, when I have 1 eye, the test ends immediately and I resolve the matching outcome. For each part of dark history that I have, which is 1, I could ignore 1 eye effect, so I effectively, whenever I have 2 eyes. If I have the Eager Tamer Part 3 status, once per test, I may discard 1 card with an eye after I draw it. Avon tells you that some of those images remind him of an adventure story he once read. And I don't have Understanding Part 6. So I need 9 or 10. 1, 2, cool, I'll ignore that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Nice. That's perfect. That was actually perfect. A thorough inspection of the door is a good idea. You open it easily and also find an item forgotten nearby. Gain 1 item. And it doesn't cost any time. A leather pouch. Alright, man, I'm just finding money all over the place. Although I kind of want healing now. But gear will come in handy at some point. So then I go to script. 69. There we go. Whew.
You enter the tower and notice that the interior is well preserved and the air pleasantly dry, probably owing to a few iridescent, multicolored stones. There is a stone table in the middle of the chamber with an engraved map and some wooden tokens placed all over it. You look at the map and frown, because the outline of lands is entirely different from the one you know. However, you easily find the location of your ruins on the map, as they are marked with the symbol of fire. The ruins near Keiberg are marked with the symbol of earth. You spot the sign of wind to the north and the sign of water, where a desert is and a sea should be. That place is probably the next destination of the Fae, although you have no idea why they would be headed there. You decide to venture there as well and find the answer to the dilemma. Among things you find in the chamber, there is also a draft of a tower. The notes describing it are written in a language you cannot understand, but you take the document anyway. Well, the tower must be your next destination. You are getting tired of chasing after the Fae, but you have a feeling that you will get your answers there.
Nice. Okay, interesting. So it's an old map of, I guess, how the land used to be, would be my guess. So what was once a sea is now a desert. Fascinating. I am intrigued. So I did gain the eluding tower status, which means I can now go to 67, but I wonder if this is where I would get the 3 things of dark history. I'm gonna go back to 53 before I wonder if I do 53, which I can't remember if I've actually done. Yeah, because I have the time right now. So, but my Mystlings are gonna keep getting hurt. Hopefully, I don't have to fight anything. And I'm examining the interior, which I again can't remember if I've done. I don't think so. No.
You analyze the frescoes and come across an intriguing scene. 2 moons over a dark gap in the sky. You move on, and soon enough you see another version of the same scene, but with differences. The gap there, could it be the portal, is bigger and the moons almost touch. The sky is light on one side and dark on the other. The third fresco, however, shows cities ravaged by earthquakes and flooded by seas. This one is drawn hastily and most certainly unfinished.
Okay. 2 moons over a dark gap in the sky. You move on. Version of the same scene. Gap there could be a portal. It's bigger and the moons almost touch. Sky is light on one side and dark on the other. The third fresco shows cities ravaged by earthquakes. Okay. And then there is a fire in slot 1, so I go to script 78.
The glow of chrysomalons helped you to notice a shining object on the wall.
78? Nice! I gain another silver. Hell yeah. Thank you, chrysomalons. I have one of your kin in my party now. So I can keep... Okay, so... I did not check 58. So that is what I am going to do. So each Mystlings can gain another damage. Really hope I don't have to fight. So 58. Yep, damage.
There are a few smaller buildings erected in the network of paths. They look residential, but their true purpose is difficult to guess. There is also an altar with a few melted candles, which looks like it was built quite recently.
Okay. I'm going to explore the buildings and hope that this doesn't just completely
The
end my
paintings
thing.
found in one of the houses focus on the contrast between light and darkness, but in almost all of them, light seems to prevail. In the last picture, however, there is a person holding an item which appears to devour light. It is also the only painting where the balance between light and dark is exact. In another house, there is another intriguing picture, albeit a rather hastily sketched one. It presents a host of winged characters fighting dark monsters emerging from a portal. The winged warriors are supported by a gigantic dragon.
Okay. Contrast between light and darkness. Light seems to win. In the last picture, person holding an item which appears to devour light. It's also the only painting where the balance between light and so it's balancing it. I wonder if interesting. In another house, I was gonna say, I wonder if the Fae, if this is a Fae city, was like if they were trying to advance and then the light maybe was from the dragons that they were trying to destroy the Fae, and they created a device that gave them a way to fight back. Presents a host of winged creatures fighting dark monsters emerging from a portal. Okay, but I do gain the Dark History 2, so that is all 3, so I gain Understanding 11. Nice. And... okay.
Thanks to the Chrysomalons, the buildings are in ill repair. Some have partly crumbled and thus revealed places where some objects were hidden. Alas, the air here is becoming unbearably hot.
Nice. Yeah, again, the damage gain 2 items, which are hopefully actual items. Glazed Nuts. Discard the card test. During a test, I can discard the card I just drew. And Bottle of Magic. During combat, during my next move, I can move 2. Nice. Okay, well, I'm really hoping now that F50 doesn't end my thing because I want to go to that tower.
A wave of Chrysomalons reaches the last buildings.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Reaches the last buildings. So F50. If there is a green in slot 5, I go to the script F55.
The Chrysomalons are headed toward a building marked with a burning brand, and they get inside one by one. Some marauders who set off toward the building over the chasm turn back and follow the rest.
Oh, okay, so I gain the knowledge secured status. Huh. Okay. So what'd they do? Head towards a building. Oh, okay, so okay, so they were following the fire. And they get some marauders who set off towards the building over the chasm, turn back, and follow the rest. Okay, so maybe if I didn't have that, it would have destroyed some evidence that, or not evidence, some knowledge that would have otherwise been lost. Fascinating. Draw 3 cards from the advancement deck. Choose one and add it to your Mystling deck. You may exceed the deck limit or place it behind the unlock cards divider. Yeah, that's happened twice now, and I still don't know if that can just put me over 16 for the rest of the game. I don't imagine it is. But that's cool. And what I get? Deliberate Strike, Channeling, and According to Plan. According to Plan would be nice in a Furwing. Channeling again would be nice for my young Emberling. I'll do Channeling. And I will just put that in my unlocked area. Having another channeling for it to ramp up its power would be awesome. Discard Secret 35. Okay. Place Secret 36 face down. And then set this to 2. Okay. You're feeling off, and the sensation is growing. An urge to leave this place and move on has arisen in you. Something is definitely wrong. Lock the script F60. Oh, okay. Okay, well, perfect, because I got what I needed. So now, and it didn't tank my adventure phase. So I am now going to go to 67.
Up ahead, you notice a hole in the wall which may be the passage to the outside world. The way up, however, may be a bit of a challenge. It is time to make up your mind whether it is the right time for the climb.
I think so. I don't think there's much more I can discover here, so climb to the entrance. This leads to the end of the scenario. Oh, whoops. Yeah, 76.
As you climb up, you come across a ledge. You stop there to rest, but then you realize that you are not alone.
Ugh. Okay. As you climb up, end the exploration, set up a random combat, adding a young Aluka to the pool of enemies to choose from. Add 1 corruption card to this combat. I see now why adding damage was bad. Okay. So F36. 35, 36. A young Aluka. So in the wise. Oh. It's a little furwing. A little baby furwing. Okay. Here's the thing. This video is very long already. I don't really want to do another combat. Let's see what it would have been. Like I'm fine having a scenario be like two hours, but if I do another combat, that's just going to make it forever. What is a... I think you just draw a corruption card. Oh, it adds to the thing. It adds to the creature. It would be against the young Aluka. How funny. So it's Arena card 2. Perilous terrain. And I don't know. Like I really don't want to fight it again. Or do another combat. Let's see, my furwing is at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's at 11, which means I have 14 health left. And my young Emberling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is at 8. So I definitely wouldn't be picking that. So it'd be my furwing. I don't have a coin. Are these the same on both sides? They are. I'm trying to figure out just a good way to randomly decide here. I'll flip. We'll just say, because I really just don't want to. So, and I'm not going to. So here's what we'll do. A, we say I won. I'm not going to tame it, obviously. A, we say I won. B, we say I lost. That went way over there. That's cool. I won. How amazing. Okay.
The fight on the slope is finally over, and you can move on.
Okay. And I would have picked my fur wing, so it heals 5. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a random combat. Yeah, I don't think there's like... Yeah, that was it. Because nothing happened. It just says end of random combat. Script 200 of your current scenario. Alright. But that's in there now, so I could tame it if I go to a Z area. The random combats, not necessarily my favorite. I mean, the Windward, whatever it had, would have had 5 extra health and 1 magical defense. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're saying I won. Woo! I gained 2 S. You know, let's see what would have happened. What was it, F200? Yeah, okay. The difference is I would gain... It's 2 essence if I win in a silver, or lose, gain 1 essence and a fatigue. So... But I am gaining my silver. I flipped. You all saw it. You all saw what it was. And 2 more essence, which I'm maxed out on. Alright. And I do have the... If you don't have the eluding tower status, go to script 84. How would you have been able to make it there? That's fascinating, unless it forces you to go. But I do have it. Script 84 if you don't have it. But I do. So for 71, otherwise 85. Okay.
You come to your senses after the fight.
Wait.
And realize you
Oh, I'm sorry. It was 71. If you don't have the eluding tower stats. Oh, it's 85. Whoops. Stop. Okay. There we go.
You soak up the sight from the mountaintop. The frozen lake shimmers in the rays of the setting sun. Somewhere in the northwest, hidden from your sight by low clouds, is Kayberg. The sky above your head is glimmering with stars, and the 2 moons rise slowly, arm in arm. You take a deep breath and think of the journey that awaits you. You must head east, seeking a tower somewhere in a desert. You hope this is the last place you must visit in order to uncover the secrets of the Fae and their true purpose. You call your tired Mystlings and pet their heads. They warble, enjoying the attention. You sigh again and begin a long descent.
All right. Soak up the sight. So it's a frozen lake that sounds shimmering in the sun. In the northeast, hidden from your sight by low clouds, is Kayberg. Yep, so we can see it over the mountain. We can see our town. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. In the northwest, oh yeah, the sky above your head is glimmering with stars, and the 2 moons rise slowly. All right, yeah. So then I explored that, and then add card 8. The Fae Trail leads towards a desert further east called Mirage. If I don't have the return to Kayberg status, which I don't, I go to script Z31. If you don't have the return to Kayberg status, which I do not.
Your recent experiences in the mountains have taken a toll on you, so you decide to return to Kayberg. You will soon embark on yet another journey, so now it is high time you saw to a few things and get some rest while you still can.
Okay, go to script Z32.
You fear that another aggressive Mystling would attack you during the journey, but it is surprisingly peaceful. For a moment you allow yourself to believe that the influence of the Eclipse has diminished and the Mystlings are at peace once again. But then you finally arrive back in Keerburg. The news of your return spread like wildfire, and you notice that the city is bustling with anxiety.
Damn it. If you have both the Merchant's Favor Parts 1 and 2 status, I do not. I have Part 1. Couldn't find her last time. Okay.
Hello, Tamer, a familiar voice says. You turn to see Mildred, who is obviously happy to see you. You will be relieved to know that the situation around the town is under control, she informs you. However, the further you go, the bigger the chances are you meet a restless or even a violent Mystling. You try to follow her, but suddenly you get overwhelmed with a flood of strong emotions that tells you to head east. What's disturbing? Those are not your emotions. They have been invading you from time to time since the death of the dragon. As you manage to focus, you realize there is another tamer close to you. I've never seen anything like that before, he says. You blink in confusion, and the tamer hastens to repeat, I'm talking about Mystlings. Quite strange ones, never seen anything like them before, I tell you. Aligned with the element of darkness, all of them. The elements, by the way, are acting all weird too. Something is deeply wrong with nature.
So the Mystlings are being morphed with darkness? Is that what I'm getting? And I'm now getting weird feelings of heading east, which could be in the Mirage area that I just got. If I have the local hero part 3 status, I do have that. Yes.
You follow the crowds heading for the town hall. You mean to ask the guards if they need more support from you tamers, but you have a hard time trying to reach them. A lot of people stop you to shake hands and thank you for the help with the crisis. You are our hero, says the baker, beaming. We'll never forget what you did for us after the earthquake, admits the engineer. Rumour has it that you travel on to fight chaos and protect people like us.
That's true.
The Cooper pats you on the shoulder. Keep up the good work, and may luck be on your side.
Alright, I place this in front of me, and because people trust me and deem me a hero, Z37.
It appears that almost all the townsfolk have gathered in front of the town hall. They are everywhere, in the square, on the tavern benches, and even on the roof of the bakery. And the hum of their conversations carries far. You don't know what the purpose of the gathering is, but you hear some unsettling rumors about the need to elect a regent. Some opt for Olin, whereas others would like Slade to take the job.
Okay. If I have the future of Keerburg part 3, which I do, I go to 39.
There are many rumors circulating in the crowd, but you manage to pick up the gist. The Duchess left no heir, so a messenger was sent to inform the capital about the vacancy. Unfortunately, the messenger hasn't come back yet, and nobody knows what to think about it. The delay may have been caused by some political clashes in the capital, or the rider might have... Political clashes in the capital, or the rider might have simply got ambushed. These are troubled times. You elbow your way to the crowd.
Jeez.
You elbow your way through...
That guy's fucked up. I thought the app was messing up. I'm pretty sure the reader is... they just didn't edit that out. You elbow your way through the crowd towards Olin and Slade, who are discussing a matter vividly. Both of them welcome your arrival, obviously in need of a neutral opinion. It's all about the creature who came here yesterday. He calls himself a Fae, says Olin. We haven't decided whether to expel him from the town or let him address us, but if you want to know my opinion, we should have no mercy. His kind emerged from the portal to sow chaos and disorder. Away with him, I say. But the Fae came unarmed, Slade insists, and on his own. I don't think he means harm to us. Let's hear him out. We're gonna hear him out. You will all die by my hand. Phew, absorbs their life energy. Okay. We'll see if this works.
The Fae, finally released from custody, stands before the town hall to speak up. His words are heavily accented, but easier to understand than Skuld's. My name is Uller, and I come from the dark reality on the other side of the portals. I am a Fae, and you all think that I am a stranger, but in fact many centuries ago, our peoples lived together and worked hand in hand. Our entire race, or so we believe, was exiled by the Dragon Guardians into the dark. But now we mean to come back. We do not wish to fight or conquer. We are not a threat. I am only here to announce our peaceful arrival, which is to happen soon. How can you believe such lies? Olin sputters, but people listen intently, and many discuss the Fae's revelations. Quite a few frown, though. Such accusations against the dragons are hard to bear. The Fae goes through the crowd and walks toward the town gate, escorted by the guards.
Alright. This gets placed in front of me because the townsfolk considers the Fae's words. Jeez, this is ongoing.
My fellow townsfolk, Olin announces solemnly, we must keep our faith and believe that the Dragon Guardians will finally stabilize the situation in our world. Our concern is the safety and survival of our town, and honestly, I don't care about some weird creatures spawned by portals. And I beg to differ, Slade says. We shouldn't focus only on ourselves, but also help others, be they foreigners or Fae. Not every arrival has evil intentions. Not every Mystling is violent. And the time has come for you to speak up.
Okay. If I have the Helpful Ranger Part 1 status, which I don't, like, I have the Part 3, so apparently going and getting her necklace doesn't fucking do shit. If I have the Storyteller Part 1 status, which I don't, and if I have the Tamer's Morale Part 3 status, which I don't. So, but I do not have the Liar status, because I refuse to lie. And then I choose one. So I'm not going to support Olin. I want to do the Fae. I want to go the Fae route. So support Slade. He definitely wants to help not only the people but also Fae. But is it safe for Careberg? Or suggest Hazel. Hazel seems to be the most neutral opinion. I think Hazel was like the super hot chick. Her! And just like gooning for her. I probably gotta go Slade, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I could go, I mean, I kind of want to go Hazel. Actually, I am going to go Hazel. Yeah, most neutral, yeah. 40, yep. Yep, let's go Hazel. So, yeah, I can't believe I don't have any of that stuff. Hey, what about Hazel? I'm pretty sure Hazel was the hot one. I'm trying to see if I can find the oops. Oh, I'm spoiling stuff for me. I'll totally remember these. Oh no, Mildred. Okay. Hey, oh, Hazel. Okay, so was Hazel the townsperson? The like that helped with the necklace? Mildred, yeah, because Mildred doesn't sound. Yeah, Mildred's the hot one. Okay, well, she's not an option, so never mind. I want to go. I don't care about Hazel. I'm gonna go Slade. Ooh, I almost ripped my book. No, I'll do Slade. You present your candidate, and when questions appear, you begin to justify your choice. If I have the future of Careburg, Part 2, which I do, I get to place this in front of me. You have already opposed Olin, which helps you support Slade now. Perform the test. Okay. Start of the test, decide how many cards you will draw, then draw them all at once and end the test immediately. Oof. For every 2 in front of me of those circle things, I may decide to draw 1 more card at the end of a test. At the end of a test, if I have 2 eyes, add 10 to the result. I need a 10 through a 13. Wow. Wow. That is rough. 2, 3. Okay, so... God, I don't know what the... I know I drew a bunch of 1s. 4? Let's say 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and because I can choose to draw 2 more. 9, 10, 11. Hell yeah. I need a 10 through 13. And I do not have at least 2 eyes. I just have 1 eye, so people trust my judgment, and Slade is elected as Regent. Discard all tokens in front of you. I'm guessing that means that, and the B as well. Z46.
You present your candidate.
Yep, I already read that. Oh, wait. Oh. I'm like, what? No.
Hazel.
Nope. I didn't do Hazel. Shut up. Can I... There we go. Within the current entry, and yes. Okay. Yeah, I went with Slade, because Hazel's not the hot one. Z46.
You analyze the frescoes and come across an intriguing scene. 2 moons over a dark gap in the sky. You move on, and soon enough you see another version of the same scene, but with differences. The gap there, could it be the portal, is bigger and the moons almost touch. The sky is light on one side and dark on the other.
What the... Oh, I was like, what the... I'm like, what is this? Z46. Slade is elected as the regent. He bows to the crowd of cheerful townsfolk and claps his hands to hush everybody. Thank you for your trust, he says. I promise I'll protect you. Do you remember how I took you in after the earthquake? I'll make sure that Careburg will become as safe as my library for everyone in need. The eclipse or not, we will prevail. And there's not an orange. There is not a light or earth in front of me. So I gain the Future of Careburg Part 4 status. And I go to script Z50. The meeting was chaotic and exhausting, but you found the strength to talk to the newly appointed regent and share your discoveries. Both of you decide that following the leads is the only sensible course of action. You also meet the tamers and listen to their reports, but fortunately you hear nothing that requires immediate attention. Well, they do point out that the elements act erratically, and the powers of the Mystlings sometimes fail, but other than that, there is nothing disturbing. The last thing is checking on the Windraiser, who marked the beginning of the crisis until you eventually hit the bed. You fall asleep before the nagging being in your mind begins to haunt you again. Fascinating. So now we have a new person in charge. Gain the Return to Careburg status. Discard all elemental boosters, or elemental tokens. Take all the cards. Okay. Remove all fatigue. Fully heal. Take the world map. Okay. Take the world map A, which is right here. Gain world map card 16. While looking at the map before setting off, your eyes catch sight of Goldsville, Alvin's hometown. Oh, Alvin's with us. How nice. How nice. He actually, he ended up helping in that final fight. And then gain world map 17. And Drosa Bay, a port far to the east. Fascinating. I think that... Is that the expansion? No, I think the expansion is after the full campaign. If you have the Ember status. I don't! How the fuck do I get that? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't have the eye status. The next day you hit the road. Careburg will be fine with the new regent. People will manage. There is no other alternative, is there? And that is the end of this scenario. Man, I'm almost hoping that it just naturally gives me the Ember status because there's nothing else for me to do for that. It just says, if I have it, my young Emberling must spend... Your young Emberling must spend enough time with you. It's a story quest. Okay, so that must mean at some point in the story I can gain it. So yeah, geez, that was a long one, but very intriguing. I'm actually pretty gripped by this story. So I can Restless Volcano is where Alvin's hometown is, but I'm definitely going to keep on with the Mirage, or with the Fae. So I'm going to do the Mirage next. But yeah, that's it, everyone. I hope you're enjoying. Stick around for the rest of the series. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.